Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here once again, and I am going to give you my full review on the HTC One M9. I have not done a review on the M7 or M8 models because I feel they did not need a review. This phone, however, has a much different story to tell. So, the phone itself, quite big, not as big as a 6 Plus or a Note 4 or 5 or whatever is out now. But it is a pretty good size, and for my big hands, I can reach all the buttons fine. You can power, do that, do this. And then unlocking it, the screen actually is very bright and nice to look at. And then the front-facing speakers are actually some of the best speakers I've ever heard on a phone. Matched only by another HTC One. I think the M7 had the best sounding speakers. Gaming, it does pretty good. It runs games fast. But there is one major issue, actually two of them, but they kind of combine into one. This is the version with the Snapdragon 810 octa-core CPU. While it sounds good, octa-cores, 4 high power, 4 low power, it seems like no matter what you do, like put on power saver mode or extreme power saver mode, it doesn't seem like it does anything. Like, I am at 68%, and that is from just getting an email buzz here and there, checking it, and putting it right back in the pocket. That's it. And that, iPhones, like my brother has an iPhone. I personally am not a fan of them, but he likes them, and I can start to see why. The standby time is like 4.5 million years. Like, he'll have it unplugged at the beginning at 100%, and then come back from school after, email buzzing him, maybe giving him a text notification, and it would be at 98 or 99. Why is this at 68? Well, the reason is that the Snapdragon 810 seems to have no low power cores at all. They're all high power. And because of this, it also runs extremely warm. Like, even when not doing it, if I didn't have this OtterBox case on, number one, the phone would be broken by now, and number two, it will be warm to the touch. And then gaming, or doing anything like watching videos even, you can feel the heat coming through both a pretty thick rubber casing and then even a beneath under plastic bit here. So yeah, it gets super hot, and because of that, it thermal throttles even, and that makes it slow as hell to open apps. And like, I'll take it out of power saver mode. So power saver off, up goes the brightness, and let's try to open a simple app, Words. Loading. Okay, finally, it's loaded up. iPhone 6, it would have done that almost instantly. Another simple app, music app, that's built in. I expect that to work. Other apps, mainly like when you have multiple apps open at the same time. And you have okay, that's another issue. Half the time the screen doesn't like to go. Closing apps takes time. And then, yeah, it's slow. It eats through battery. That is the biggest thing that you've already... Look, it's gone down to 67. Just from doing this review. It eats through battery. I suspect this is either a defective unit or all HTC One M9s are like this. And yeah, let's do something simple. Let's play a really quick game of Plague Inc. Plague Inc. is actually a pretty fun game on the computer. Speakers do sound nice. New game. Bacteria, casual, I don't care. Name, I'm just going to call it name, start. And now I'll evolve it maybe once or twice, and then we will look at the percentage of how far it drops. Start it, Canada, why not? Alright, people are now nauseous from a name. What do you think would happen in real life? I think I would have a better phone in real life. Okay, that is a couple of evolutions for the bacteria thing I did. And there we go. It's already down 1%. So, like, even a minute of gameplay goes down 1%. You can see how terrible it is. Like, road trips, it's impossible to use because it just dies. The HTC One M9, you could get a battery backup pack, a Mophie case. But for some inexplicable reason, the newest model has no Mophie case. It makes no sense. This would be the, like, pinnacle of power usage, and it would easily need more than full charge, or full charges, to get from one place to another. So why didn't they make one? So, overall conclusion, screen is bright, 1080p, camera quality is actually pretty okay, except for the in dark it kind of goes purple. That was a symptom of the M7. And when it was fixed in the M8, but then they somehow brought it back in the M9. I don't get it. But yeah, camera's good in good light. Speakers are pretty good. Front-facing camera, I don't care for it. I don't do selfies. Battery life, atrocious. Sprint service, even worse. Yeah, this is a Sprint phone. And heat, very hot. Speed, pretty slow. I've seen a iPhone 5 run faster than this. My HTC One M9 was faster than this. It was a quad-core. Maybe that's the answer. If you have a quad-core version of this, then maybe it'll get rid of the heat and battery eating issues and everything will be fine. But as for the Snapdragon 810 version, piece of junk. I will say, however, that the case, the OtterBox case on this is amazing. I've thrown this phone across the whole bottom floor, and it survived. So, case is amazing. It actually looks pretty slick too if you can get it in the color you want, although the store I was at, they're all out except for the gray one. This is a black phone, so I wanted a black case, but I can't get everything. So yeah, that's your conclusion. Don't get it.